New Yokozuna Hoshoryu seemed oddly cautious last week when speaking of March expectations. "Even if I start losing, I'll fight on till the end," was hardly a tub-thumping speech. But now we've found out the reason behind it. He's carrying an injury, sustained during that hectic January three-way playoff. "Yes, I hurt it a little," he said on Saturday after wearing an elbow support throughout that day's session. "But it's no problem really," he continued. "A small price to pay for winning that all-important cup." It seems he has a Terunofuji-style case of osteochondritis dissecans, and it forced him to cancel a session he'd planned at Kotozakura's Camp Sarugatake last Friday. He fought 13 practice bouts with colleagues on Saturday, March the 1st. Then, donning Dr. Takasu's loudly promised new apron, performed his latest ring ceremony at the Sumiyoshi Shrine, which currently welcomes his Tatsunami stable. Legend has it that this shrine bore us the entire Yokozuna concept, when a wrestler named Hajikami somewhat brashly tied the shrine's holy rope around his waist and challenged any opponent within earshot to fight through his defenses and touch it. Apparently no one succeeded, hence he was the champion supreme. Just staying with that subject, the great-great-grandson of the 31st Yokozuna will make his debut this March. The 15-year-old Chikara Yamanobe will fight for the stable that made his great-great-grandfather, first as a wrestler, then as a coach, and took him all the way to the chairman's seat of the Sumo Association. Dewanomi stable, by the way, comfortably holds the record, still, for most Yokozuna ever produced. It was hoped Mitakeumi would become their 10th. As for that session Hoshoryu missed at Camp Sarugatake last Friday, a lot of top names were waiting for him there. Daisho, Abi, Wakataka Kage, Wakamoto Haru, Tobizaru, Oshoma, Nishikigi, and birthday boy Takayasu also visiting, as well as Hoshoryu's own colleague Meisei. Kotozakura fought Meisei plus the first 5 of those names, and finished 16-5 overall, being described by Spornichi newspaper as highly solid in attack, despite letting foes inside on occasion. "Winning bouts here is important," he said, "but I'm mostly concerned with quality. And these guys certainly give me that, for they throw everything at me." He feels his early push for bouts and stamina boosts last month has now been vindicated. "I don't think I've rushed things, and I'm solidly getting back into shape," he says. Many of Friday's cast then returned to Sarugatake on Saturday, most notably Nishikigi, who hurled himself into Daisho and embattled Tobizaru, who seems cleared to compete, by the way. More on that later this week. Despite the increased wealth of sparring options at his own Isenomi stable, Nishikigi feels they are still too young to satisfy all of his workout needs. "It's important to come out to places like this, fight the top guys, and practice altering styles as fit," he told Nikkan Sports. Wakamoto Haru, meanwhile, who also returned and scored notable wins over both Sekiwake, said, "I can't know for sure till the proper action starts, but I seem to feel pretty good. These sessions are all part of the improvement process." Oho, the new cast member that day, said of his unimpressive 12 bouts, "I'm moving around all right mid-fight, but unable to encroach well in the charge. That is what I must work on." And Ozeki host Kotozakura, who ruled the session again, this time going 17-4, said, "Even when I lose, I'm on the attack. With a week to go, I really feel I'm shaping up well. January's forgotten now. I've used the experience positively as an extra piece of my jigsaw of learning." There have been further notable practice sessions this weekend, but let me report them tomorrow, as we have some more unique news to get through. Masaharu Goshima and Maru Fukuzaki, who faced each other in the quarterfinals of Amateur Nationals last year, will both debut for Fujishima stable this time round. 22-year-old Goshima, last year's East Japan champion from Takushoku University, is renowned for his battering ram attacks, but with lots of tricks and swerves thrown in. He moves rather well for a man of 181 kilos. 18-year-old Fukuzaki, just out of Kagoshima's Shonan High School, weighs some 40 kilos less and stands a mere 173 centimeters, but his sumo skills are not in doubt and he turns pro with lofty dreams to fulfill. Speaking after their medical, Goshima said, "Standing among several junior high school grads, I felt I stuck out a bit, and that made me quite nervous. I've already done several stable practices though. It's a totally different ask to amateur sumo, but I'll do my best to retain my style." Fukuzaki, on the other hand, who flew straight into Osaka from his graduation ceremony, said, "It will be tough going straight into Division 3, but I'm under no illusions, and my first step is to train in a way that ensures my body against injury." Finally, a debutant of March 2019, Riki Otsuji, has returned to the junior high school, which waved him off into pro sumo, to receive its latest donation to him, his first silk apron. "The school's colour of green just happens to be my favourite," the 21-year-old said. "I look forward to wearing it in this region's local tournament this month, and to going for the second-tier crown." Alongside him, his master Takadagawa added, "I want him to race into Division 1 now, and possibly even the Sanyaku ranks, and become a wrestler who's truly respected." It's what his rival Hakuoho did. And that same school building, by the way, also welcomed the ex-Takakisho in his junior high school years.